The following program is brought to you in part by Time Warner Cable and the Madison County School System. This sports programming is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble in Richmond, Luxury Pet Service in Richmond, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Faith Created Assembly of God Church, ScenicCabin.com, Linville Insurance, Time Warner Cable, Madison County Schools, Richmond Tourism, Pro Signs, CSEP, First Gear, and Rosenbaum Communications.
Hello everyone, I'm Madison County School Superintendent Elmer Thomas, and I want to thank you for watching Madison County School Sports Television.
Follow Madison County School Sports Television on Twitter, or like us on Facebook, MCS TV, and of course, watch all of our videos on YouTube.
Thank you for tuning in to Madison County School Sports Television. I'm Joey Chapman on the call today. It's going to be a solo one, but we promise it's going to be a decent game for you. This game is going to be the Lewis County Lions versus your Madison Southern Eagles, and definitely a beautiful day for baseball. It is Saturday, April 5th, and this is a triple header day. This is the last of the three. In the first game, Madison Southern lost 4-2, but they definitely did have a lot of offensive production, but they did leave 8 runners stranded in the game, and that in any game that can end up being the difference. Going to take a look at the starting lineups for each team. For Madison Southern, it will be Jacob Dixon on first base. He's going to lead off. Connor Buchanan's going to be out in left field. Jonathan Ross is going to be catching. Devin Vanover is going to be designated hitting for Tyler Newell. Easton Schaus is going to be out in center field. Lucas Owens is going to be on third base, while Lane Owen pitches. And Kendon Angel is going to be on second base. And first Lewis County batter walks up to the plate. That's going to be Sammy Holder.
Leading off top of the first is Holder.
Last game for the Eagles came down to the final innings. Looked like they might have had a chance to win there near the end, but just weren't able to seal the deal. First pitch of the game right there. It's going to go down as a ball. First pitch, 5:02. He's got to get him a strike right there. So it's going to open up as a 1-1 count. Thought about swinging at that one right there, and it's going to go down as a ball. So it's going to open up to a 2-1 count. And Sammy Holder is the designated hitter. He's batting in place of their catcher, Tyron Ellis. So that's going to go down as strike 2. So that's going to be a 1-2 count. And got a good swing on that one. And Kendon flips it out to first base, and it's going to be for the first out of the game. Great effort right there by Kendon Angel to get all over that one. Really close play right there, but that's going to bring up Jordan Davis to the plate for Lewis County.
Number 8, Davis.
Kicks and deals on that one, and it's going to be a strike. Talked to the umpire before the game behind home plate. You will notice that he does make the call just a few seconds after it happens. He said he likes to make sure that the call is going to be right or don't drop the ball or anything. Really just trying to make sure that he gets the right call, and so he doesn't have any a mob coming after him after the game, and that's going to go down as a ball, 1-1 count. And he gets a hold of that one, and it's going to be blooped up into the gap. And that's going to be the first runner for Lewis County. Number 23 is coming up to the plate. That is Dalton Mason.
Mason.
In the last game, Lewis County came out with a victory. Battled hard until the end, and that's all you can ask for a team like that. But Madison Southern hoping to come out with a win right here. If they do, that'll make their record 4-6. Right now, sitting at, I believe, 3-6. Kicks and deal. That was a little low, so that's going to go down as a ball. It's going to send that one down to Lucas Owens, and he's just going to miss that one. Runner's going to hold up at second, so that's going to have 2 runners on board for the Lions as Jordan Doyle walks up to the plate. With 1 out right here, you definitely don't want to allow Lewis County to get anything going right here early on in the game. Not only does that put you in the hole early, but you don't want your pitcher to get down or anything. Really just want to keep the team in high spirits. So really you want to try and get out of this one with little damage. Kicks and deals, and that one's going to go down as a strike. And that one's going right back up to the pitcher. Throws to second. And he's going to hold it. And safe at third. It's going to bring up Jordan McCann to the plate.
That's a big man.
Runners on the corner. 2 out. Swings at that one and goes right through it. That's going to go down as strike 1. That one's going to be in the dirt. Haven't seen much from Lane Owen on the mound this year. This is one of the first few games that he's pitched. We've seen a whole lot of guys like Griffin Norris, and Griffin pitched the last game. Southern lost 4-2 in that one, but tremendous effort by them in order to keep it that way. And that one's grounded down to Lucas Owens and right between his legs, and that's going to allow Lewis County to get their first run of the game. And that is going to be the second ball in this inning that's gone right through him. As Isaac Weddington comes up to the plate.
Number 20, Weddington.
Isaac Weddington is the first baseman. Runners on first and second. 2 outs here in the first inning at Madison Southern. And that one's going to be popped up to the first baseman, Jacob Dixon. That's going to be an out. So we're going to go to the bottom of the first inning. Madison Southern is down 1-0 from Lewis County right there. Just a few little mental errors from the Eagles, but they're able to get out with little damage. It's not a real bad deficit compared to some of the things that they've had to overcome in the past few games. When we come back, we're going to give you the bottom of the first inning, and that'll be Dixon, Buchanan, and Ross, at least, that'll be coming up to the plate. So don't turn away from your TV, folks. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
This sports programming is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble in Richmond. Luxury Pet Service in Richmond. Jack Burford Chevrolet. Faith Created Assembly of God Church. ScenicCabin.com. Linville Insurance. Time Warner Cable. Madison County Schools. Richmond Tourism. Pro Signs. CSEP. First Gear. And Rosenbaum Communications.
Back to action at Madison Southern. Bottom of the first inning, the Eagles are down 1-0 to the Lewis County Lions.
Leading off the bottom of the first for Southern is
Just a few, like we said before, just a few mental errors allowed for a run to get across, and we'll see if the Bats can heat up a little more than they did in the last game. Obviously, trying to get something going early right here. Don't want to be in a deficit for too long. Jacob Dixon leading off for the Eagles, as that one's going to be near the dirt, and it's going to go down as ball 1.
Come on, baby. Walk's as good as a hit. Need you on. Swinging nothing bad.
That one's going to go right down the middle as a strike. Dealing for the Lions tonight is Jordan Davis, as he kicks and deals. And that one brushes Dixon, and they're going to give him a base. That's going to bring up Connor Buchanan. In the last game, Connor Buchanan was out in left field, and a few little errors, and he got pulled out of the game, but hopefully looking to turn it around in this game and do a little better. Obviously, anytime he gets up to the plate, he's good about making contact. We'll see what he can do right here as they call time. Connor will step back into the box.
They told me that before too. But you have to be on the road before you get your song. Yeah.
And getting ready to kick and deal. And Dixon took off, and Connor dropped down a bunt. So that's going to give him a strike early.
He's saying that's so common. So dumb.
Pitch is on its way. That one's in the dirt, and Dixon's going to take second.
Hold up. Hold it down.
And
Bush, we need it, baby.
very good way to take advantage of what looked like the pitcher trying to play cricket right there. As that one bounced in the dirt, went to the backstop. So that's going to put Dixon on second base. So Connor's going to be able to possibly score a runner right here. Not a tremendous gap between the outfielders, so not going to have too much to work with. Looks back, and ball doesn't come out of his hand, and Dixon's going to be okay at second. And Connor Buchanan drops down a good bunt, and that's going to get away from the pitcher. So Davis is going to keep it for himself, and there's going to be runners on the corner now, and that's going to bring up Jonathan Ross. And as Ross steps up to the plate, played really good in the first game.
pitcher Jonathan Ross.
During his second at-bat in the game, you will notice that you won't hear his name announced. He's going to get a song. He has begged us up in the booth for the past 3-4 games that he get a song. So we're going to make that dream realized tonight, and hopefully he can bring a run across for the Eagles. No outs here in the bottom of the first inning. If you're just tuning in, it's a 1-0 game. The Lions of Lewis County lead. And Connor Buchanan takes off, and catcher threw it right back to the pitcher. And if you're throwing it back to your pitcher, you're definitely not going to get it back there to second base. So that's going to allow the Eagles to have runners on second and third, setting up Jonathan Ross even better right here. Kicks and deals, swings at that one. It's going to go down as a strike. 1-1 count.
Put it in play, baby.
Kicks and deals, and that one's going to be near the dirt, so it's going to make it a 2-1 count.
Make it good, Ross.
And definitely, if you're the Eagles right here, you want to try and get something going. You got 2 runners on in the last game, as we said in the pregame. Stranded 8 runners throughout the game. As he swings right through that one, that's going to be a strike 2. See what Ross does here as the pitch comes out, and it's going to be a punch out. And Ross is going to go back to the dugout. That's going to give way to Devin Vanover, and Devin Vanover with 2 big hits in the last game. One brought a runner across, I believe, and well, he hit it to the fence, and then the next one looked like it was going to go towards the fence, and they were playing back on Devin and was not able to get the ball going where he wanted it to, and it ended the game. So he fouls that one back.
Put it in play, Dave-O, and it's going to be tied. Just put it in play.
Pitcher gets ready. Kicks and deals, and Devin was looking right at that one, and obviously he's looking like he wants redemption for the last game. He's kind of swinging for the fences here. But it's okay. The Eagles only have 1 out. You got 2 runners on. That is Jacob Dixon and Connor Buchanan. They were able to get the first 2 on. And swings at a high ball, and that's going to sit him down, and that's going to bring up John David Meeks.
Come on, JD. We got to get some of these runs in, guys. Come on.
And as you've probably heard before, John David Meeks was the one that hit that big walk-off hit in the games on Tuesday, I believe it was. And what an amazing game that was for the Eagles to come back from a 8-run deficit, as the first ball is going to be a strike. Kicks and deals, and John David swings right through that one. That's going to put him down 0-2 in the count. I'm sure that the coaches have told the Eagles in this game that they need to try and get some runs across, so they need to swing at more pitches. But right here, they've been swinging at some balls that are kind of high, and doesn't even swing at that one. That's right in the zone. And as we go to the second inning, Lewis County holds a 1-0 lead over the Eagle. We'd like to thank some of our sponsors: Jerry Goebel, State Farm Insurance, Jack Burford Chevrolet, and Luxury Pet Services. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
This sports programming is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goebel in Richmond, Luxury Pet Service in Richmond, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Faith Created Assembly of God Church, ScenicCabin.com, Linville Insurance, Time Warner Cable, Madison County Schools, Richmond Tourism, ProSigns, CSEP, First Gear, and Rosenbaum Communications.
To action at Madison Southern, second inning here. Lewis County Lions hold a 1-0 lead over the Eagles as we wait for one of the umpires to get back on the field. Stepping up to the plate now for the Lions will be number 6, Devin Duncan. He's the left fielder. His first at-bat of the game, and that pitch is going to go down as a strike. Lewis County keeping the bat on their shoulders a little more than the Eagles have in the last inning. 2 runners stranded as the first 2 got on, and next 3 went down. And Definitely the bats are starting to heat up for the Eagles, but if you can't translate them into runs, you got to work on that. Still early, though. It's only a one-run deficit, so you got a whole lot of room to work with as he swings right through that. And that's going to be a strikeout. And after that, that's going to bring up number 16, Austin Evans. He's the shortstop. As he was originally not rode in for the game, it was going to be Austin Rucker. And that one is popped and not able to get to that one. So definitely if you're Lane Owen right here, you don't want to allow any runs to try and get across in this inning. And we saw in the second inning of the last game is when the Eagles gave up 3 runs and 2 errors out in the field where the balls just fell right in front of them. That was Meeks and Buchanan out there. Eventually, Easton Schaus and Donnie White came out for them as that one is fouled back into the field. Little wet out there. As recent severe weather has canceled the game on Thursday. And then it was almost up in the air for this game, but they were able to get the field cleared off as that one is fouled back. One out here. As that's going to be 1-2 count. We'll see what Owen can deal right here. And Evans is going to have to duck out of the way of that one. I think he wanted that one right over the plate and wanted it to fall right in the strike zone, but didn't get the control he wanted on that one as that one is fouled back. Two count. And that one is swung on and it's hit right to the shortstop, drops it, fires it out to first base. Dixon's going to get a glove on it, but it's going to be a little too late right there. That was Tyler Newell on the throw.
Adams.
It's going to be Wade Adams coming up to the plate. Last year in a game about mid-April, I believe it was Tyler Newell out there at shortstop, and the ball bounced right in front of him and broke his nose. And this is a terrifying sound as it cracked right there, but glad to have him back this season and healthy. And Easton Schaus had his own riddle of injuries this year, including having several stitches on his lip. As the runner takes off, they're going to see if they can throw him off, and the throw just kind of got away from Ross right there, but Kendon Angel is able to get his glove on it. So 2 outs here. And Lane would definitely like to get out of this inning with no runs. Runner on second. And that one's in the dirt. And he's going to take off for third, and he gets it. So Wade Adams sits in. Kicks and deal, and that one is going to be hit to center field, and it's going to allow a runner to come across for the Lions. And the Eagles are now down 2-0. And with that, Sammy Holder is going to come up to the plate.
Adding number 10, Holder.
And if you're Lane Owen, you really can't let 2 runs getting across get in your head at all. I mean, you know, it's As the runner takes off, they're going to see if they can throw him out right here. Safe. Really close play at the plate, but looks as though the umpire makes the right call, and obviously don't want to try and allow another run. But as we were saying, it's really not his fault that these runs are getting across. It's just how it's happening, and they're swinging at all the right pitches, and then they're able to steal bases with ease as Lane Owen is looking back and thought about throwing to second base. Deals, and that one's going to be popped up about in the left field, and that one's going to be caught. And that's going to be an out. Looks as though the scoreboard was wrong. That's going to be the second out.
Number 8, Davis.
That's going to bring up Jordan Davis to the plate. He's the pitcher. I believe he actually led off in the last game. Swings at that one. It's going to go up to center field. It's going to fall between the center and right field. That one's back at the fence. He's going to try and leg one out right here. He gets to third base, so that's going to go down as a triple for him. And now the Lewis County Lions are up 3-0 early on top of the Eagles. That's going to bring Dalton Mason up to the plate. Now's when you're going to start getting a little bit concerned. They're just hitting these simple bloopers out into the field, and if you can hit them where they aren't, you can get those bases in. We'll see what Mason can do right here for the Lions as Owen pitches right there. That one is in the dirt. Lane Owen gets ready. Obviously, he'd like to get out of this one. Just a little high. It's going to be a ball. Kicks and deals, and that one's going to be chopped up to the shortstop, Kendon Angel, and Dixon's going to get him out right there at first base. We're going to go to the bottom of the We're going to go to the bottom. Well, pardon me, that was the second baseman, rather. And we're going to go to the bottom of the second inning, but not before the Lions can do a little bit of damage to the Eagles. It's going to be a 3-0 game. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
This sports programming is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble in Richmond. Luxury Pet Service in Richmond. Jack Burford Chevrolet. Faith Created Assembly of God Church. ScenicCabin.com. Linville Insurance. Time Warner Cable. Madison County Schools. Richmond Tourism. ProSigns. CSEP. First Gear. And Rosenbaum Communications.
Action in Madison Southern, bottom of the second inning. The Eagles are down 3-0 to the Lewis County Lions.
Center fielder Easton Schaus.
Easton Schaus. He's going to come up to the plate. He's the center fielder for the Eagles today.
Looks like it. That's it.
Getting ready, and that is still going to be Jordan Davis on the mound for the Lions.
$600 for a baseball glove?
Yes. How much?
Kicks and deals, and Easton's going to swing at the first pitch that he sees, and he's going to foul it back to the stands.
But that paid like
Joseph.
a third.
And that one goes right down the middle, and it's going to be a strike, so it's going to be an early 0-2 count for Schaus. Kicks and deals, gets ready. And that one's going to hit Easton Schaus in the leg, and that's going to bring up Lucas Owens as he takes his base.
Number 34, third baseman Lucas Owens.
This is going to be Lucas Owens. I believe this will be his first at-bat of the game. He's out playing in third base, and he's allowed 2 balls to get past him in this game, but hopefully he doesn't let that get past him and just moves on and looks at the rest of the game. And he's going to show a bunt right here, and he's going to put one down and not able to leg it out, but he is going to get Easton out to second base, and that's going to bring up the pitcher, Lane Owen. Although Lucas really would have liked to have gotten on right there, still a good job to get the runner into scoring position.
Number 11, the pitcher Lane Owen.
Here comes the first pitch, and that one's going to go low. It's going to be a ball.
Yeah, his little cubby thing, I found it.
One out, runner on second right here. Bottom of the second inning. He's going to show a bunt. He's going to pop that one back, and nobody's going to get to it. So it's going to be a 1-1 count now, and obviously right here the Eagles are just trying to get guys onto, just trying to get runners on and advance the runner into scoring position even more as he stands there on second base. And kicks and deals, and Lane thought about showing bunt, but he's going to have to duck out of the way of that one.
Who's charging?
Looked back right there and easily gets back. That's Easton Schaus out there.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
As Lane looks to get on right here, he's going to lay down a bunt. The first baseman's going to get it, and second baseman covers. That's going to advance Easton Schaus out to third base. And that's going to bring up the senior Kendon Angel. We mentioned in the game before this one for the Eagles that it seems like everything that Kendon has been hitting this season has been going right to somebody. And surely that's not going to be the tail of his season. He's starting to break out of that, and he's starting to get some good hits, good quality at-bats, and first one's going to go down, and that's going to be a strike.
Come on, baby, drive it.
Did you take that thing home from Miss Nate? Did you take that thing home from Miss Nate? Already?
Kicks and deals, and that one's going to go right down the middle. That's going to be a strike. 2 outs for the Eagles here.
Come on, baby, protect.
Good look at it.
Wanting to get something going right here would be big to bring a runner across, get on the board. Kicks and deals and comes really close to him, almost brushed him. Kendon looks right down the middle, and crowd doesn't necessarily agree with that one.
Kendall, where was it at?
But he's going to go back to the dugout, whether that was a correct one or not. Going to the third inning, Lewis County holds a 3-run advantage over the Eagles. When we come back, we're going to have the Lewis County Lions coming up to the plate.
This sports programming is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble in Richmond, Luxury Pet Service in Richmond, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Faith Created Assembly of God Church, ScenicCabin.com, Linville Insurance, Time Warner Cable, Madison County Schools, Richmond Tourism, ProSigns, CSEP, First Gear, and Rosenbaum Communications.
Back to action at Madison Southern. Top of the third inning, it's a 3-0 game. Lewis County holds a lead over the Eagles. It's going to be Jordan Doyle leading off the inning for Lewis County. Kicks and deals, and that one's going to be in the dirt. It's going to be ball 2 right there. Obviously, Lane Owen on the mound. He's only give up 3 runs, but he'd like to throw some strikes right here. Swings at that one. That one's going to go to center field. I thought that one was going to go deep, but it got more air than it did length. That's going to be an easy out for the Eagles. That's going to bring up Jordan McCann. As Lane Owen deals the pitch, and that one's going to be in the dirt. We'd like to remind you that we have officially launched Fayette County Schools Sports.com as our sister site to MCS TV. We've also created a Facebook page at facebook.com/KY School Sports. Eventually, we will be producing a weekly show and talking about high school sports in and around Fayette County, as well as all of the Bluegrass region. Passing it on to all of your friends and family and those that are interested in purchasing sponsorships for the programming and website ads. Could be really fun there, and as we mentioned before, we'll kind of start doing some mock runs of the live show later on into the summer, and we'll definitely keep you up to date with any news that we have coming out of there, as we have a 1-1 count right here. That one's going to be popped up, and that's going to be out of play. And I'm not sure where that one hit, but I think it was awful close to me. And good thing we got a cage protecting me from the baseball field. Surely to God, I would not probably be wanting to do this if they didn't have that there. Swings at that one, and it's going to be in the dirt. And with that, that's going to bring up Isaac Weddington. As the Eagles have 2 outs right here. Definitely would like to get out of this one quick.
No. It's my ball. I'm not going to get it.
And that one's going to be a little high, and it's going to be a ball.
Yeah.
That one's going to go right down the middle for a strike, and lots of sports coming up here in the Bluegrass, obviously, as it's been a great day for baseball tonight. This Obviously, today is Saturday, but when you guys will be seeing this, the game will already be over, as that one is popped back into the stands. Kentucky taking on the Wisconsin Badgers in the Final Four in North Texas. A team that not many people, even I, counted out there late in the season. Got an 8 seed in the tournament, beat 3 teams out of last year's Final Four, and are right back in it, as that one's going to go between center and right. And nobody's going to be able to get to that one, and that's going to get a single.
Number 6, Duncan.
And as we mentioned before, there's not too many gaps out there in the field. They've done a really good job here at Southern at spacing the players out, but out of anywhere, you would probably say that the right center gap is probably the biggest out of all of them. And the Lewis County hitters have been favoring that spot all game, as they played in the last game against Estill County, won that one. Had a tie game going on for most of the game, and then late they strung together a few runs and did not look back. Kicks and deals. That one's going to be swung on and missed. And that's going to bring a 1-1 count. Looks back, and he's going to put the runner back on the base.
It's taking a while.
As Devin Duncan is up. He's the left fielder. Comes the pitch and swings right through that one. It's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes. And this is right where Lane wants him. Has a lot of room to work with.
Dude, come on.
What?
And that one's going to go. Gets it out at first base. So as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, it is still a 3-0 game.
Come on, guys, come on.
Eagles are hopefully going to string together some runs on this next inning, and they've been one to string together some hits, but then they strand a lot of base runners throughout the day today, and almost a dozen have been stranded throughout the 2 games today. We'd like to give a special shout out to some of our sponsors, scenicCabin.com, Rosenbaum Communication, and Time Warner Cable. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
This sports programming is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble in Richmond, Luxury Pet Service in Richmond, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Faith Created Assembly of God Church, scenicCabin.com, Linville Insurance, Time Warner Cable, Madison County Schools, Richmond Tourism, Pro Signs, CSEP, First Gear, and Rosenbaum Communications.
Back to action at Madison Southern, just in time for the first pitch of the inning, and Dixon goes down. He is hit hard. He's going to hop up after that one. He's going to walk on and take his base. Glad to see that he's okay after that one. It looked like it stung. That's going to bring up Connor Buchanan. Got on base last time and was stranded out there at second base.
Number 3, Connor Buchanan.
Let's go, you.
Waiting on the first pitch.
Looks like a guy in the kidneys.
Wasn't too sure of where that pitch hit Dixon. I thought it hit him in the arm, but apparently it hit him in the side. And obviously, anytime you get hit in the side, that's going to hurt. He takes off for second, gets there. He may have went down there, but it's all right. He's showing great tenacity, tough player. as Davis winds up. Pitching, that one's going to be a ball just a little high. Pitch comes, and Connor's going to swing at that one. That one's going to be at the gap. And that's going to bring a run across for the Eagles, as that one's going to go right to the warning track, and Connor's going to get a double out of that one. And look at what that's going to bring up. That's going to bring up number 21, Jonathan Ross.
Too late now.
As we wait on the pitcher to get back to the mound there.
Number 21, Jonathan Ross.
Jonathan Ross gets ready. Kicks and deals, and he's going to bunt. Pitcher's going to be all over that one, and he's going to be out at first base. That's going to bring up number 25, Devin Vanover, the heavy hitter for the Eagles. 3 home runs on the season so far. And when he hits the ball, if it's not foul, it's going deep. I'm not sure if I've ever seen this guy ground out. Devin tends to swing for the fences most of the times, and he always hits him right there in the outfield, and it is big when he hits a home run. You'll never hear this crowd get any louder, except for when John David Meeks hit that big walk-off on Tuesday night. Eventually I'll put that to rest for you guys, but just very proud of how they were able to overcome that deficit and how great of an effort that was on all teams. Looking at the mound over here, not sure really what they're discussing. As we wait for something to happen here. Hopefully it doesn't take too much longer. So we're going to take a real quick break right here. We'll come back just in time for the action. We'll be right back here on Madison County School Sports Television. Don't turn away.
This sports programming is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble in Richmond, Luxury Pet Service in Richmond, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Faith Created Assembly of God Church, ScenicCabin.com, Linville Insurance, Time Warner Cable, Madison County Schools, Richmond Tourism, Pro Signs, CSEP, First Gear, and Rosenbaum Communications.
Hello everyone, I'm Madison County School Superintendent Elmer Thomas, and I want to thank you for watching Madison County School Sports Television.
Follow Madison County School Sports Television on Twitter, or like us on Facebook, MCS TV, and of course, watch all of our videos on YouTube.
Back to action here at Madison Southern. A little work done on the mound there. That is why we decided to go ahead, go to break. Wasn't sure how long that was going to last, but as Coach heads back to his spot there along the first base line, Devin Vanover is coming up to the plate, and as we've mentioned several times before, this guy is a heavy hitter, and when he makes contact, it is huge. Right there, he swings through the first pitch. It's going to go down as a strike.
Contact, baby, get your run in. Contact.
That is something that we have talked about several times throughout the last several games. This guy, he has great ambitions. He wants to hit that thing right to the fence, and we're always yelling contact. But he eventually ends up proves all of us wrong, and tremendous baseball player. And surely, if he keeps up the good work here, especially on offense, he's going to have a college career here in the future. He's a junior this year. 1-2 count. Pitch is out, and wow. There's a first for everything, and Devin hit a ground ball, but he's going to be safe at first. Mark that down, folks. Saturday, April 5th, Devin Vanover hits a grounder.
Number 2.
Stepping up into the box now is going to be John David Meeks. As in this game, John has been playing in right field. As Mark Agee is coming in for Devin Vanover, he's going to be running the bases in his place. Obviously, Devin Vanover isn't really the fastest runner on the team. Mark Agee, pretty quick guy. He is, believe he is not starting in this game. Did bat in the last game, and he ended up grounding out once. As he is safe at first.
Hey, don't drop that dirt. Don't drop that dirt. Oh!
And that one down in the dirt, and Mark Agee's going to go on to second.
He went for that, didn't he? Yeah. What's the code? 0-1.
Oh.
Come on, JD, get him in.
So we got one strike up on the scoreboard's 0-1 count. As Jordan Davis on the mound. Goes into his motion. Tries to lay down a bunt, and it's going to go to the backstop, and Mark Agee's going to make his rounds to third. Thought about home, but he thinks better of it.
Come on.
0-2 count now for John David Meeks.
Us.
That one is fouled back. 1 out for the Eagles. And it is a 3-2 game. Kicks and deals, and he's going to hit that one down to third base line. Looked home and gets him out. But good thing it's only 2 outs right there, because the Eagles are able to get a run across. It is now a tie game.
Good job, guys.
It's going to bring up Easton Schaus up to play, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't remember the first 2 runs. This game hasn't been very long, but who knows? As long as they're tied and Eagles are in this one, that's all that matters. Here comes the first pitch. That one's near the dirt. It's going to be a ball. As Easton Schaus is got a 2-0 count on him, and he's going to hit that one right back up at the pitcher, and it's going to go back up into center field. And a tremendous job by him to get up onto the plate. Really good job and got on. So now Lucas Owens is going to come up to the box. We'll see what he's able to do here. Comes the first pitch, swings right through that one. He was looking for, I don't know where he was looking at. I think he was wanting to hit that one to the greenhouse. That's going to go down as his first strike. Goes back, and he gets in at first. And it's very funny to listen to the dugouts during these games whenever they see that the pitcher is getting ready to look back and throw at one of the bases. They all yell back. Surely you guys can hear that in the background, but if you can't, it's something else. As he takes off, and he's going to be safe at second. Good call by the umpire right there. So now they got a runner in scoring position, 2 out, 2 strikes.
Come on, Lucas.
We'll see what Lucas Owens can do here. We know he can make contact. If he could get one up into the gap right here, Eagles could take the lead. Kicks and deals and fouls that one back. As the coach is telling Lucas how to adjust his swing a little bit right there. And Eagles have a really decent opportunity right here to do some damage, even though they've got 2 outs. Looks at that one and swings right through it. So he's going to strand a runner, and a missed opportunity right there. We're going into the 4th inning. It is a 3-3 game. And definitely a tremendous job by the Eagles to come back in this one and get back into it. And looking out at the field right here, looking to do more work on the mound. Not sure what's been the problem up there, but if we hear anything, we'll update you guys. We're going to take a quick break right here. Today's programming is brought to you in part by Madison County Schools, Faith-Created Assembly of God, First Gear, Pro Science, and Equipment Sales and Rentals in Lexington. Just ask for Sean. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
This sports programming is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble in Richmond, Luxury Pet Service in Richmond, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Faith Created Assembly of God Church, ScenicCabin.com, Linville Insurance, Time Warner Cable, Madison County Schools, Richmond Tourism, Pro Signs, CSEP, First Gear, and Rosenbaum Communications.
Madison Southern. In the 4th inning here, we have got a tie game between the Eagles and the Lions. We are all tied up at 3 apiece. And Austin Evans is going to come up to the plate. Lane Owen on the mound for the Eagles tonight. He has done a good job. Looking to do some good in this game. And obviously, remember him more last year as a catcher and fell to injury, and now he's on the mound, and just a tremendous effort by him today, as that's going to be a strike. 1-1 count.
Come on, Lane, throw it over. No freebies.
Pairing here. Lane looks, kicks and deals. That was going to be hit right back up into the gap, and it's going to be good for a base. That's going to bring up Wade Adams to the plate, center fielder for the Lions. Goes back, safe at first. So definitely an interesting game here at Madison Southern today, and seemed as though in the first game that the Eagles were going to be able to make a comeback, but just fell short late in the 7th inning, and what looked to be a promising game was otherwise. But it would be fantastic for the Eagles to come out with a win right here. If they do happen to beat Lewis County right here, each team will come out of this triple header with 1 win. Looks back. So close, but he's going to be safe. Good job right there by Lane Owen to Dixon. Eventually, if they keep doing stuff like that, they're eventually going to get somebody out there first.
All right, let's get one here, Infield. Here we go.
And throws back to first, and not really necessary right there, but just wanted to keep the runner in check. And he's going to take off. Kendon with the tag. And he is out at second.
Good job, Rob.
That's going to be the first out of the inning for the Lions.
What are you calling that? Ball or strike?
Deals right there, and that's going to be a strike. 3-1 count. Tie game here in the 4th inning. And he is going to walk Adams, and that's going to bring up Sammy Holder.
Oh, don't do it, dude.
Number 10, Holder.
It's smart. I give it a 5 for me.
So it's going to be a 1 out. If you're just tuning into the broadcast, the Eagles were down 3-0, and they've been able to come back and string some runs up.
It breaks the ball in.
Breaks their head.
No.
Ron, I'm probably going to go to Mario's and watch it. Probably going to go to Mario's and watch it now. Because I'll get a lot of food. A lot of food.
Goes back to first base right there. Runner is safe. And obviously not a real fast-paced game here. The innings are going by fast, but a lot of checks onto the plates. And right there back at first base.
Bitch, you get stabbed.
He has a knife. What? I got nuts. What? Get your damn.
And he looks at throwing back right there, but Ross thinks better of it.
Come on, throw it over, Lane.
So if the Eagles can come out with a win right here, it'll definitely be a very good spring break for them to come out with 2 wins. And looking at my phone right here, the producer is telling us that one of the foul balls hit our van. So why don't you take a look at that? I thought I heard it hit somewhere. It sounded close, but it didn't sound like it hit the roof. So Madison Southern leaving their mark on MCS TV as there's a walk right there, and that's going to bring up Jordan Davis. They're going to go up to the mound right here. Not sure if they're going to consider a pitching change or if they're just going to calm him down some.
Huh?
Good job, Lane.
So we're going to take a quick break right here. And when we come back, we're going to find out who the new pitcher is, and we'd like to congratulate Lane on pitching a great game so far. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
This sports programming is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble in Richmond, Luxury Pet Service in Richmond, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Faith Created Assembly of God Church, ScenicCabin.com, Linville Insurance, Time Warner Cable, Madison County Schools, Richmond Tourism, Pro Signs, CSEP, First Gear, and Rosenbaum Communications.
Hello everyone, I'm Madison County School Superintendent Elmer Thomas, and I want to thank you for watching Madison County School Sports Television.
Follow Madison County School Sports Television on Twitter, or like us on Facebook, MCS TV, and of course, watch all of our videos on YouTube.
action at Madison Southern. Tie game here. And up to the plate now is going to be Jordan Davis, the pitcher for the Lions. We've got a pitching change for the Eagles. That's going to be Easton Schaus there on the mound now. We'll see what Easton is able to do here. And very great effort by Lane Owen tonight on the mound. And just needs a little relief right here. And the Eagles are wanting to be able to kind of get the tempo into their favor here. Obviously, it would be great for them to try and get ahead and not have to worry about it late in the game, trying to get a comeback going. So that one was a little high, but Ross is definitely a very good catcher. This is his first year with the Eagles.
I've never seen anyone that skinny throw a ball that hard. I know.
That one goes out. It's going to be a 3-1 count, I believe, if I'm seeing the scoreboard right. One out. Runners on first and second. That one is popped up. Out of play. Jordan Davis has done a good job tonight as well on the mound for the Lions. And as he hits that one right up to Kendon Angel, he's going to tag the runner, but he can't get him out at first.
Did he tag the runner?
And
Did he tag him?
little bit of confusion up here in the booth. Not sure if he tagged him or not. From our vantage point up here, it looked like he tagged him, and now it's going to be bases loaded, I guess.
Did he call him second? He looked like he's swung him around.
So as we go on here, obviously a little bit of a questionable call right there. It looked like Kendon Angel was able to get the tag, but however, a good effort by him to at least try and get something going on defense right there. So that one is going to be hit right up past third base, and that's going to bring one run across for the Lions. That's going to make it a 4-3 game. And you got to hate that for Southern, because obviously a really questionable call right there by the umpire, as it looked like it tagged him, but they're able to string a run across right there, and hopefully that won't be the difference in the game. That one is going to be fouled back up into the fence.
I know.
Looks at that one. That's going to be a ball. So looking right here, it's going to be a 2-1 count here in the fourth inning, 4-3 game. Getting ready, and Easton Schaus, hasn't done too bad of a job, even though there's runner on first, second, and third. But deals right there, and that one's going to go to the backstop. Ross is going to try and get that. Lewis County is going to get another run across, as that one went in the dirt, and definitely not what Easton wanted right there. And obviously at this point, I'm probably just stating the obvious with things like that, and that's such a tough position to be in as a pitcher when the bases are loaded, especially when you're coming in fresh. You know, it's really hard to keep your composure about, especially if you get in that situation and you're allowing runs to come across. 3-2 count. He's got the full count. wants to sit him down, and he's going to swing at that one, and it's going to go right back up at the left field, and that's going to bring another run across for Lewis. And did a lot of dancing between first and second right there, and was able just to go back to first. And the Eagles were in this one 6-3, but as things were tied up, as it's just gotten a little out of hand quickly here. Only one out. As that is Jordan McCann up at the plate. That one's going to be a little high. 1-1 count. And brought the heat right there, but it's going to be a 2-1 count. Obviously, Easton would like to try and get somebody out right here. It doesn't matter if it's on his own or if it's a grounder of some sorts. Really, with a 3-1 count right here, is just not going in his favor here early. And he gets that one. That one is going back, and it's going to be hit to the fence. And that's going to bring across 2 runs for Lewis County. And it is now an 8-3 game as the Lewis County crowd goes crazy. And they're going to have a little conversation out there on the field, obviously not wanting to let this get in his head. As Kenton Angel comes up to talk to him too. And usually in situations like this, if you don't know too much about the game of baseball, when they just come up like that, all they're just trying to do is just kind of keep them calm and let them know they still got their backs and everything and keep their composure. And that one's going to be in the dirt. And looked for second base right there. So a runner on second, 1 out, 2-0 count. And finally a strike. Easton needs to throw more of those if they want to try and get something done right here. And they're swinging at the ball an awful lot, Lewis County is, but when they're doing it, they're hitting them into the gaps and everything, and that one's going to fall too. Out to third base, Lucas is going to get that. Slides in at second, and Kendon tries to make a case that he got him. Going to call him out.
They called him out?
I believe they called him out because he's going back over. Nope, he's just giving up his batting gloves. Sorry for the confusion right there. So now there's a runner on third and second. It is an 8-3 game. And for those who are new to this game, that wasn't the tail early. Actually, up until this inning, that really wasn't what was going on.
Announce hot chocolate for 50 cents.
As he looks here, and he's going to go talk to his coach.
We have hot chocolate for 50 cents in concession stand.
So definitely for the Eagles right here, as it is the 8-3 game, it just got to get out of this inning. This is 2 games in a row that they've had one inning that's kind of put them behind, and they've allowed it to get into their heads a little bit. And Easton's trying his best out there on the mound as he's got runner at second and third and kicks and deals. Here comes the pitch. That one goes up, back, and foul. Not sure what the coaches are thinking about right here. I definitely wouldn't expect a pitching change coming up. Now, if he gives up a few more runs, I could possibly see it, but the goal for him right now is just to get out of this inning, but he's in a really tough position. Yes, he has 2 strikes on this batter right here, so he's going to hit it. Looks for the plate and loses it. And now it is a 9-3 game. And just mental errors by the Eagles at this point right now. Can't afford too many of those, especially when it's a close game, as number 16, Austin Evans, is coming up. It was such a close game, and then you make little errors like that, and those are the ones that come back later in the game to haunt you. That one's going to go down as a strike. Still only 1 out. As we were saying before, you have a little bit of room to work with if you had 2 outs, but right here, just not really in the position that he wants to be in right now. Obviously, got to definitely be uncomfortable out there pitching with runners on second and third, and their bats have been heating up this inning, and it's hitting the Eagles hard right now, and hopefully the Eagles will be able to respond with some runs of their own. And obviously, in the past inning or two, they've been able to string together some runs as he swings through that one. It's going to be another strike, 2-2 count. Kicks and deals, and it's going to be a ball, 3-2 count. And how big would it be for the young Easton Schaus, sophomore at Madison Southern, if he could get an out right here? And looked like it was in the zone, but the pitcher kind of ducked. So as not sure what time was called for there. And that's going to bring up number 4 to the plate, Wade Adams. Kicks and deals, and that one's a little high.
Come on, Easton, it's okay, baby.
Lots of support coming from the players and fans for Easton Schaus, as he's had a really rough inning so far. And not sure if the Eagles are considering a pitching change. They actually do have somebody warming up over down the third base line. .3-0 count. And throws this one.
Oh.
And they're going to call that one a walk. Easton doesn't even make an effort to try and catch that one. He's a little more appalled by the call by the umpire. That's going to bring a run across. So now it is a 10-3 game with 1 out. And we have been stuck here with 1 out for a little bit now. That one is fouled back.
And watch next inning. He'll call everything a strike if the pitcher throws on us.
Gets ready right here. Comes the pitch. That's Sammy Holder at the plate. That one's going to be in the dirt. Bases are loaded. And as we said before, this has got to be really uncomfortable for Easton Schaus. Bases loaded, and that one's going to go right up the middle, and second base and shortstop are all going to miss that one. Here comes a run across. Gets him out at second. So now they finally get that elusive second out. Not before they can score 2 more. It's now a 12-3 game. So definitely, they want to try and get out of this inning right now because there is the high school rule 10 after 5. If a team is up on another team by 10 runs after 5 innings, it is game over. Right now it is a 9-run game, and if you've tuned in the middle of the 4th inning or even at the beginning of the 4th inning, it was a tie game at 3 apiece, and just this inning, nothing going right for the Eagles. Two balls, one strike. And there's another ball.
Yeah, it's 2-1.
So now it's a 2-1 count. I thought I heard 2-1 earlier from the umpire, but as he kicks and deals, and that's another one near the dirt, it's going to be 3-1. Ty Schatt is warming up for the Eagles over there. And that one's going to be hit down, and it's going to be fair. Nope, they're going to call it foul. And it looked like he was going to take off down the line. And the umpire just comes in a little late to call it foul. That's Jordan Davis at the plate. Kicks and deals, and that one is high, and it's going to be a ball 4. Not really sure what the Eagles are waiting on here. I would expect a pitching change at this point as Dalton Mason is coming up. Maybe they just want to let Easton finish the inning. But a lot of runs given up by the Eagles right here. And when you see a game like this, and it seems like a blowout, it's not truly indicative how the Eagles have been playing, especially to this point in this season. They're going to catch a runner in a pickle.
Get him, quick! Get him! Yeah, all right.
And he's going to be called out. Runner got caught in the pickle, and he slipped and fell. And boy. And that was just a wild inning for the Eagles, and now it was a 3-3 game, and now it is a 12-3 game, and the Lions of Lewis County are on top. Going to the bottom of the 4th inning.
Are you sure, Blue? He tagged him before.
This sports programming is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble in Richmond, Luxury Pet Service in Richmond, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Faith Created Assembly of God Church, ScenicCabin.com, Linville Insurance, Time Warner Cable, Madison County Schools, Richmond Tourism, Pro Signs, CSEP, First Gear, and Rosenbaum Communications.
Back to action at Madison Southern, and it is a 13-3 game. And we're going to explain that extra run to you. And we thought it was a 12-3 game, and now it's a 13-3 game. And after conferring with the umpire before we went to break, a little bit of a description for you here. That is going to be Donnie White coming up to the plate, but it was not a force out. And if the guy on third, if he scores before the runner is tagged, the run will still count. And the umpire says that he got there before the tag. So it is now a 10-point game. And the tables have turned very quickly. It seemed as though the Eagles were going to work everything into their favor. And the game has just slowly walked away from them, but still a good effort by these guys all day today, and it's still just the 4th inning. We've seen these guys come back from an 8-point deficit, and Donnie White's going to get a hold of that one. It's going to go right to the shortstop. A little high, but thank God they got a tall first baseman. He's going to get him out right there. So we go up to the plate now. It's going to be number 18, Ty Schatt.
Number 18, Schatt.
And I believe he will be coming in as a pitcher next inning. He was warming up down on the third base line. And he's going to chop that one foul. And good news for you, that one did not hit the MCS TV van. We were actually joking between the first and second games about where they should park. And I said, you don't want to get a window knocked out, and certainly now it didn't in our van, but I'm sure our producer's okay with that. It is now a 2-strike count. Swings at that one right there awful late, and he's going to sit him down, and that's going to bring up Jacob Dixon.
17 Dixon.
And back at the top of the lineup, and definitely for the Eagles, it's just been kind of a stressful evening for them. And first baseman almost had it, and wow. That inning did go by really quick, and it was such a close game there for a while, and then out of nowhere, it just the tables turned, and it's almost left me speechless just with how quick everything has unfolded here at Madison Southern. And we're going to have a new pitcher in this inning. Ty Schatt has come on to the field. And Easton Schaus is, I believe, going to move out into the outfield. And so that's just a few of the changes for you right here. I believe that's all we're going to have. Actually, I believe I was wrong. When we thought we saw Ty Schatt warming up, it looks like he's going to come in elsewhere, and Jacob Dixon is going to pitch for the Eagles. So we'll get you caught up with everything when we come back from the break. You're watching Madison County School Sports Television. I'm Joey Chapman. Today's programming is brought to you in part by Jerry Goebel State Farm, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, and Luxury Pet Service.
This sports programming is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goebel in Richmond, Luxury Pet Service in Richmond, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Faith Created Assembly of God Church, ScenicCabin.com, Linville Insurance, Time Warner Cable, Madison County Schools, Richmond Tourism, Pro Signs, CSEP, First Gear, and Rosenbaum Communications.
Back to action here at Madison Southern, where fourth inning was a very, 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 very rough inning for the Eagles. Went into the inning tied 3 apiece, and now we're in the fifth inning, and it is a 13-3 game. Number 23 is coming up to plate. That is Dalton Mason, third baseman for the Lions. Gonna catch you up on a few of the changes here. While we thought Ty Schatt was going to come in on the mound, we saw him warming up there down the third base line, as that one is going to be blooped out into right field. It's going to be good for a base, which will bring on Jordan Doyle. Kendon Angel has come out at second base, and that's where Ty is going to move to. At first base is where Dixon was, but he is now going to move to the pitcher's mound. The designated hitter, Devin Vanover, is going to move to first base now.
He said that he was going to, but then he ran into the
So
I thought he was out of the baseline, so he had to do it first.
Oh, so the kid ran out of the baseline.
Yeah. That means he should.
a little bit of clarification for something that happened earlier in the game. When a runner was caught, it looked like Kendon Angel was going to have him as he gets back to first base, safe right there. We thought Kendon Angel tagged him in, and it looked like Kendon did, but after clarification, it looked like the runner ran out of the baseline, actually, and so a lot of confusion out there, but players aren't going to let that get them down. And even though it's been now it's a 13-3 game, I mean,
I could have changed it.
they just got to be happy with the opportunity that they've had, and Southern has played well all game just up until the fourth inning, and sometimes you have one bad inning and you can just end up shooting yourself in the foot. But no matter what, still time left in this game. They're going to have at least, as that one is fouled back, at least one inning to decide whether or not this game will be ending early. As I got a little bit tongue-tied right there, we're going to explain that for you if you're just tuning in, kind of new to baseball or whatever, it doesn't matter. The 10 after 5 rule is enforced in high school baseball, as that one is going foul. And almost made a play on that one, but just not enough on that one. So here's the rule. If the team is up 10 points after 5 innings, the game is going to go ahead and, pardon me, such a pet peeve for baseball players. I said 10 points right there. It's 10 runs. Luckily, I have one beside me to help catch me with little mistakes like that. So if it is a 10-run lead after 5 innings, they go ahead and they just go ahead and call it quits. But the funny thing about a 10-run lead for the Eagles is that somehow, this team could overcome it. We saw it on Tuesday night when they were down 8 and came back and won it in the 7th inning. And as much as we allude to that game,
That's ball 4, Blue.
and as actually kind of stumped right there,
Say win. I said wiener.
talk going up here in the press box, apparently they're saying that was ball 4.
Did you see that?
And the umpire doesn't know it.
Yeah. What the collector's for.
So even more confusion out here from the umpires, and looking for a double play right here. Can't get it. Gets the runner out at second. So I'm surprised Lewis County did not catch that. Obviously, we caught it up here in the press box, which includes a scorekeeper for Lewis County, but no one on the field was able to get a hold of that one right there. So the umpire takes off his mask right there. He's going to call time. They're going to have a little discussion right here. They're going to bring time back in. Looked like he was talking to the coaches from afar, but Dixon is ready to pitch. And that is number 9, Jordan McCann. He swings right through that one. Jordan McCann is, I believe he is a right fielder, and according if our sources are right, he is a 6'4", also a basketball player, and his size definitely shows out here on the field. As he hits that one, it's going to be popped right up and dropped it. At second, able to tag the runner, though. That's going to be the second out of the inning. And that's going to bring up to the plate number 20, Isaac Weddington. So definitely Southern would have liked this in the last inning. No runs, and it's been a different tale of the tape in this inning. Southern's going right back to the, wouldn't say the usual way, but they're just going right back to how it usually is for them, and just one bad inning, as we said, Something like that. Anything from just one play just to one bad inning, that can really change a game into the favor of one team, and that's what's happened for Lewis County here. Because the teams seem to be pretty even, pitching-wise and even hitting-wise. But just the one bad inning, and the tables have turned. As Jonathan Ross is able to glove that one. 2-1 count. It has definitely been a very, very interesting game here between having to work on the mound and confusion with umpires. And obviously, just called him safe. And looked like he was almost out.
I think it's 3-1, but it's probably. Gee, that was a beautiful turn. I think it's 3-1, but it's probably 0-2.
As we await the pitch here, Dixon deals. And that one is chopped back foul. As that is still number 20 up at the plate. That is Isaac Weddington. He is the first baseman. Chops that one up to the second baseman, and he's going to be out at first base. He's going to strand a runner, and they're not able to get anything going in this inning, and the Eagles are going to have to get something going in this next inning in order for 10 after 5 to not be enforced. So when we come back, we're going to see if Madison Southern can try and string a few runs across and get something going in order to keep their game alive. We'll be right back. You're watching Madison County School Sports Television.
This sports programming is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble in Richmond. Luxury Pet Service in Richmond. Jack Burford Chevrolet. Faith Created Assembly of God Church. ScenicCabin.com. Linville Insurance. Time Warner Cable. Madison County Schools. Richmond Tourism. Pro Signs. CSEP. First Gear. And Rosenbaum Communications.
Back to action here at Madison Southern. Madison County School Sports Television is bringing you this broadcast of the Madison Southern Eagles against Lewis County Lions. Jonathan Millard steps up to the plate. He is coming in for Connor Buchanan. And if you're just tuning into this one, it was a close game to start out with, and then in the fourth inning, Lewis County hit the turbo and has walked away from the Eagles. It is a 13-3 game, and the Eagles have to string together at least one run here to keep the game going after the fifth inning. And if you've watched most of this game, it's been kind of a confusing game. Questionable calls and leaving a lot of confusion up here in the booth, and it's especially hard when you're calling a game by yourself, but hopefully I haven't confused you guys too much. We always thank you guys for watching, and even though our sponsors keep us going, you guys keep watching, and we're glad to have you along with us on our broadcasts. We've got a 1-2 count. Keep in the conversation with Madison County School Sports Television. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at MCS TV Sports. I believe that's the Twitter handle. And got him out. That was a good hit, but an even better defensive play by Lewis County right there. And that's going to bring up Jonathan Ross.
That was 33, Jonathan Miller. This is 21, Jonathan Ross.
And as Ross steps up into the plate, and he is shown to be a big part of this Madison Southern team. He can defend well at the plate. He can be a heavy hitter if he wants to. Just an overall tremendous athlete. And we look over here at Devin Fanover getting ready, and you can see the fire in his eyes. He wants something big. And that one is chopped foul into the mask of the catcher. And he's going to be all right. That's why they wear those things. We will remind you that we have officially launched www.fayettecountyschoolsports.com as a sister site to MCS TV. There's also a Facebook page, KY School Sports. That is facebook.com/KY School Sports. As we await the pitch, Ross looks at that one. He's going to chop that one foul. Good cut by him there. Eventually, sometime in the middle of 2014, we are going to be launching a weekly show and talking about high school sports in and around Fayette County, as well as the Bluegrass region. As Ross is going to get one down right there. That'll likely be a Monday night thing, so you'll be able to watch us live whenever that gets up and going. We'll be able to talk about things like this and football, basketball, anything you can imagine, even auto racing. It's all up in the air. And if you ever have any suggestions, questions, feel free to contact us. We promise our producer doesn't bite. He's a really great guy. You can reach out to us on Facebook or on Twitter.
Who's that? Is that Nathan Lake?
Devin Vanover is up at the plate now. Nathan Lake is running for the Eagles, and he swings at that one as it's in the dirt. And as we said before, you could just see the fire in his eye as he was preparing to come up to the plate. He wants something big here. He wants the game to keep going, but swings at that one. Runner goes to second base, tries to tag him. No good. He's safe. And if Devin wants to keep us in the game right here, we've only got one out. It's a 2 strikes, but he's going to have to take better swings. The last 2 pitches have been in the dirt. And that one's in the dirt, so he's going to let that one go. And so as it was just said beside me here, if he wouldn't have swung at the last 2, it'd be 3-0. You almost think that the pitcher is trying to walk him, but Devin won't let him. That's just a fight in him. That one was just a little bit high. A few times tonight we've seen that same pitch called as a strike. So never know what you're going to get. Swings at that one, and he's going to get a hold of that one. It's going back into center field. Grabs that one. And Nathan Lake is going to stop at third. That's going to bring up John David Meeks, and this is a familiar sight for him. And in the last game on Tuesday, he was able to walk off. And this game isn't over, but to him it's almost the same situation. He is trying to keep his team in this one, keep them alive. And swings at that one. It's going to be hit back foul into the fence. And swings at that one.
One strike away from NBA. We're done.
And there goes that one, and the game is over for the Eagles. And in a game that was at one point just ever so close, it got away from the Eagles in the 4th inning, and 7 runs in 1 inning. That is never what you want to see, but a tremendous fight by the Eagles here today. And we thank you for tuning in. This has been a triple header game. We're going to go ahead and award our Jack Bufford Chevrolet Player of the Games. And, man, it's just a disappointing loss. It's a tough way for it to lose one, just to be in it so long, and for that to happen, you got to hate that for the teams and just everybody affiliated with this team. On the Lewis County Lions side, I don't really know who exactly you could give the Player of the Game award to them. It was a total team effort from everybody, stringing in runs and getting on base. Definitely a great job on the mound by Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis also had a good job up at the plate. So the Lewis County Lions Player of the Game will be Jordan Davis. And as for the Madison Southern Eagles, definitely a tough one right there, but we're going to give that one to the pitcher, Lane Owen. And obviously you've seen kind of a trend here between it just being pitchers, but Lane Owen was able to keep the first 3 innings good, and just a tremendous effort by these guys to come out here and do what they do. It wasn't a pretty one, but Eagles go down 13-3. We thank you for tuning in to today's game. I'm Joey Chapman. You're watching Madison County School Sports Television. Until next time, thanks for watching.
This sports programming is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble in Richmond, Luxury Pet Service in Richmond, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Faith Created Assembly of God Church, ScenicCabin.com, Linville Insurance, Time Warner Cable, Madison County Schools, Richmond Tourism, ProSigns, CSEP, First Gear, and Rosenbaum Communications.